point.
And Lee's bang on the money. What I would do, I'd do both them bets, because if you think there's going to be a 170, there's one of your ball finishes. So I'd do the 170 in the quarters and at least 2 bullseye finishes, because there's one in the 170. And I think, I think Bunty will get 2, maybe 3 legs out of Littler. I think Price cross, lots of legs in that one. I think Humphries beats Dobey, but again, he probably gets 3 legs, maybe 4. And Aspinall Van Gerwen wouldn't surprise me if that went down to the wire. So you're going to get the legs in there, aren't you?
Yeah, you are. And that, again, is a great point you make about that 170 finish. Would have a bull in it. There's one of your 2 bulls. Brilliant stuff. You are listening to Premier League Darts live on talkSPORT 2 in partnership with Village Hotels. Dine out, stay, work out and play. Visit villagehotels.com for more details. Right, till to come tonight. Luke Littler takes on Stephen Bunting. Gerwyn Price against Rob Cross. Luke Humphries, Chris Dobey and Michael Van Gerwen against Nathan Aspinall. Just a word, if we can, mates. Nathan Aspinall, winner for the first time ever on the European Tour at the weekend. I mean, he's going to have been having a good week, hasn't he?
Exactly, and he'll come into this with a whole heap of confidence. At the time, I didn't realise. In my mind, I thought he'd won a European Tour before. The fact that he hadn't, and he's got over the line, and with some adversity, certainly in recent times with injuries, and he's got this little. I mean, they call it dartitis. There's varying levels or elements to dartitis, but yeah, he was fabulous. Got it done 8-4 in the final against Ryan Joyce, and you can see the emotion, the relief, because although all these players appear to be confident, for him, I get on really well with Nathan, and he was seriously concerned about his future as a pro player. So to get that done and do it in the style which he did it, I couldn't be happier for him. He's a lovely lad.
Yeah, it is. Look, a lot is made when we make the Premier League selection. Well, we don't make them, but when the PDC make the Premier League selections about who should be in and who shouldn't be in. We look at the bare facts. World Masters won by Humphries, UK Open won by Littler. Littler wins the first European event and Aspinall's won the second one. So these guys are dominating now, aren't they?
Yeah, well, they're backing up their pick, aren't they? The PDC base it on several elements. Listen, the top 4 are taking care of you. In the top 4 of the rankings, you are in. Fortunately for Rob Cross, he was in 4th position in those rankings. And then it's based on a couple of elements. Popularity. Who's gonna be up for the fight and graft? Well, listen, Aspinall ticks all those boxes. We call him a street fighter of a player, and he is. That's what he's all about. He may not have the highest averages in the world, but my God, you've got to peel him off that hockey to get him off it. He will stick in, he will grind, and he will graft, and that's what you need. And that's the element that Bunting doesn't have in his game. He doesn't have that. He can't really grind and graft. He's very much an explosive player that loves to play with the lead. He just doesn't have that. It's not in his personality, and I think, listen, he's not just suffering in the Premier League. Other elements of his game is beginning to suffer now, and that's something that me and you were concerned about right at the beginning.
So what is the mindset of Bunting? I mean, he's got mission impossible. We just said Lee Phelps, I think Littler's going to win. I asked you before we go on air, you think Littler's going to win, but not just against Bunting, the whole night tonight. What is Bunting's mindset coming into game 1 tonight? Because his numbers, statistically, they've been okay. He's not embarrassed himself. He had a disappointing week last week, but so did a couple of other players last week. But prior to that, his numbers have been bang on. Yeah,
I think his opponent's average. So across all the games he's played, if you divide that across the board, he was playing players on a whole averaging nearly 104. So everybody's raised their game against him. Is that because they sense his vulnerability, that they can feel his inexperience at this level? I'm not sure, but right now he's the whipping boy, and they're thinking, dead Andy, I've got Bunty next week. And I don't mean that with any disrespect. That'll be the mindset of the players.
Look, as a player, you're looking for the 1% advantage. You know Bunting's down on his luck at the moment. What is Bunting's mindset now then? Because he loses tonight, we're halfway through, and he's not even won one game so far. So it's a remote possibility he makes the plus. It's not going to happen. We know that. What does he approach the next 8 weeks after tonight?
Well, I can't see how he wins a night. You know, everybody else in there, you can make a case for MVG, because we still know he has that high quality game in him. You know, the numbers speak for themselves. Yes, not been able to back that up most of the time. But listen, he's got that game in him. Rob Cross, we know it's proven. Dobey's maybe the other one at the moment because Dobey's just right out of form, but that can change from week to week. For Bunty now, he's just got to go up there and have some fun with it. Listen, he's sort of reinvented himself, hasn't he, with his social media presence, and he has a bit of fun. He's got to bring that to the party now and make people forget about where he is in terms of table and just go out and just have a bit of fun.
Okay, well, we're not too far away from a start here. We've got 4 quarter-finals. Laura Turner with us tonight. Always lovely to have Laura with us here on talkSPORT 2. Thanks for joining us as well on the talkSPORT Darts YouTube channel. We're live on there every week, all the way through until the plus on the 29th of May from the O2 Arena in London. We're live on the talkSPORT Darts YouTube page every single week, so make an appointment 7 o'clock onwards. We'll be here with the guys bringing you all the action. Still plenty.
And if you've got any questions for myself or Mark or Laura or whoever else is in the hot seat on every Thursday night, put them on YouTube and we'll try and answer them.
Yeah,
keep them sensible, keep them civil, and we'll try and get you involved.
Yeah, we will. Yeah, that's a great point. And remember to like and subscribe, of course, because that obviously helps us bringing more content across the season and the year ahead. So atmosphere raucous. Well, look, it's party time in Newcastle. It's going to be for the next 5 years, I think, since they won that cup final at Wembley. But it's going to be a special night for Chris Dobey. We hear he's got a different walk-on, maybe a Newcastle United themed walk-on. So that's going to go down well for him. He's just got to make the most of it, hasn't he, tonight? Yeah,
absolutely. He's another one. He's in a world of trouble, and like I say, his form right now has gone awry. That happens. You'll have dips from time to time. He's just got to manage it. We're just seeing some fabulous pictures from the broadcaster of all the heroes from Newcastle United. Shearer's up there. Yeah, they're actually, Dobey's on the pitch with. He's a Man United fan, isn't he?
It was Aspinall, yeah, with his Man U shirt on. That won't have gone down too well. He's on later on against Michael van Gerwen, but they are making the most of it up in the northeast. Will they have another winner this evening? We will find out. Our very own Paul Nicholson gracing the big screen up at the utility arena as well.
All the famous Geordies, and of course there's some lovely images of the late great Sid Waddell, who we owe so much to.
Let's get down to John McDonald then.
It's live on Sky Sports from the utility arena in the great city of Newcastle. It's the BetMGM Premier League brought to you by the Professional Darts Corporation. And now, ladies and gentlemen, for the thousands joining us live and the millions joining us around the world, it's time to meet the players. Ladies and gentlemen, a 2-time World Championship semi-finalist, the winner of the Bahrain Darts Masters. Ladies and gentlemen, a Masters champion, and the winner of the Lakeside, the Bullet, Stephen.
Stephen Bunting making his way up onto the stage. First thing to report, the Geordies have all got their shirts on. Normally when I go to the football, Chris, half of them have taken their shirts off, but they look in great mood tonight, this big crowd, and the Bullet entertaining them up there on the stage.
Yeah, listen, the Geordies love their sport. I've spent many a night out there doing exhibitions in and around Newcastle, the town centre. They just love their sport and, of course, love their football. Interesting. What's your take on this? Bill Taylor used to get announced as a 16-time world champion. 2 of those were in the video. Barneveld, a 5-time world champion. 4 of those are in the video. Bunting gets introduced as a Lakeside champion. What's that all
Maybe if he'd won a PDC one, he'd be a 2-time world champion. I don't know.
But he is a former world champion.
He is.
Ladies and gentlemen, he is top of the league. The winner of 13 PDC titles, a Grand Slam champion, the UK Open champion, the reigning and defending Premier League champion, and the reigning champion of the world.
There were a few boos when he was shown on the big screen. He had a bit of a look, didn't he? As if to say, really? Is that how you're going to do it tonight? Bunting must have been thinking, no, don't do that, please don't do that.
Upset. No, it's great. We're starting to see a bit more of Luke's personality, aren't we? He's a lovely young man he's got a twinkle in his eye, hasn't he?
We're seeing a young fella who's comfortable in his skin, he's comfortable where he is, he's quite happy where he is.
But he's made for it, isn't he? That's how it appears anyway. He's fearless and just loves playing darts.
He does indeed. We're about to get underway. The crowd cheering the world champ now, Luke Littler. 3 weekly wins already to his name in the opening 7 weeks. Almost needed a crowbar to keep him out of the final. Only twice has he not reached the final game of the night. Will tonight be one of those occasions? Can Bunting upset the apple cart in Newcastle?
Well, prior to the start of the Premier League, he'd had a couple of wins against Littler. They played in the semi-final of the World Series of Darts 2, which was earlier in the year, and Bunting got the better of him 7-6. But in their most significant matches, World Championship semi-final this year, of course, it was 6-1 to Littler. And they've already played, of course, once in the Premier League, a quarter-final match that Luke won 6-3. So in overall head-to-heads, 2 wins for Bunty, 3 for Littler.
I was there at World Series of Darts game in Den Bosch, and I think it's another one of those games where Littler's averaged 106 and managed to find himself on the wrong end of it.
Well, he had a little spell like that, didn't he? He had a run where I think he'd lost with 106, 107, 108 and 109 or so, 111. It was quite remarkable.
It was indeed. The action to begin then, still to come. Gerwyn Price, Rob Cross, Luke Humphries, Chris Dobey and Michael Van Gerwen against Nathan Aspinall, Mark Wilson, Chris Mason and Laura Turner with you tonight. Week 8 of the Premier League. Bunting to get us underway. Bottom of the table, in desperate need of a win. And opens up with a steady ton. Littler already got 1 gold set of darts in his possession. Well, he's off with a max. That's his 93rd of the Premier League. And to put that into contest, Chris, Luke Humphries is second on that list with 44.
Yes, it is quite a remarkable stat. Well, he's starting the way he finished last week. He's in again. And another. Oh, really?
This is absolutely insane. He must like those gold darts. He's on a 9 in the opening leg of the night. Well, if this goes in, there will be pandemonium in Newcastle. Can he do it? Oh, he's clipped the top wire.
Wow.
That looked good for a while in his eyes. Not quite there. But an early warning from Littler.
He's left 44 after 9 in the opening leg. Bunty has not done too much wrong in this opening leg. He's way back on 2-3-4 minus these. This is the opening leg and opening match of the night. 44 for an 11 darter.
There's the 4. 1 over the top. Ooh, and 1 underneath. So Bunting, who rather chucked away his last start, might just be regretting that fact now.
Yep. You never know. Found the treble. Didn't find there was an opportunity possibly to leave a 170, but he's hit 137 to leave tops. Littler on his, wow, he's gone for double 10 and a big 6 and then a big 7. He's left double 2. He was on a 9 and he's going to lose the leg. Maybe it's Bunting's night.
Tops, he needs Bunting. Double 10. Just inside. Massive dart. And he's missed. He's fluffed his lines. You don't get too many chances to topple the world champ. You've got to take them when you can. Double 2 for Littler to take out the opening leg. Still not done yet. Moves along the hockey. Great dart. Great dart. And it is 1-0 to Littler.
17 darter in the end.
Bunting has simply got to take advantage when Littler misses. He didn't do that.
No, and three darts at 40. You would expect him to have mopped up, but it's even more bad news because it was a break of throw.
Yeah, it was. 140s apiece. Littler on throw, and another maximum.
A third, and we're only in leg 1 and a bit.
Yeah. Can Bunting hit him back? Not quite. Look, this is furnace-like temperatures for Bunting, isn't it? I was listening to a debate during the week as Littler won't fill him up this time because he's on 181, but what he will do is leave tops after 9. I mean, this is just insane levels of darts that we're watching now.
Well, if it is double in the first offering in leg 1, it would have been 11 followed by a 10 potentially. As Bunty finds his first max of the night.
Tops for Littler, hits it. 2-0. I was listening to a conversation about golf and the number of people that said, well, if I had loads of time to practice, I could be really good at golf. And one of the professors went, yeah, but these guys are going round the world and playing elite level golf every single week. And the point I'm making is that Bunting is one of the best players in the world, but he's put up against the furnace in the Premier League and he's not quite ready, even him.
Well, the element you don't get, listen, the strength and depth within the 128 tour card holders is phenomenal. But what you will get, of course, is players slightly lower ranked as Bunty finds another max. So you can almost play yourself in a little. In this sport right now, and especially the Premier League, you can't play yourself in. There's just he is one of the weak links currently alongside Dobey. Outside of those, well,
both players are averaging over 112. It's 2-0. Bunting on throw. Race to 6 for a place in the semi-finals. Winner of this one will take on the winner of Gerwyn Price, Rob Cross. Nice visit from Littler down to 81. So again, Bunting's looking at 1-2-2, and this, you feel this has got to go.
Single 18, so needs the treble, doesn't get it. So Littler will be back for the double break and a 3-0 lead. Needs 81.
Went for the treble 17. Hit single. Now he needs the ball just wide of the target.
Yeah, the weight of dart was perfect. Just a little left.
68 for Bunting to hold throw. Single 20, single 8, tops he needs. Way over the top.
I'm not sure he
went
meant
for
to hit
16,
that 8.
didn't he? Yeah, he did. 5 for double 10 for Luke Littler. It's 3-0. At what point are we allowed to feel sorry for Stephen Bunting, or is this just tough? This is how it is. You've just got to get on with it.
Listen, he wanted to be in it, didn't he? He almost pleaded with the PDC, and so normally the Masters winners, in the past, were the ones that sort of got that 8th spot. He didn't even need to rely on that. But listen, he is one of the top players. I didn't personally have him in the Premier League.
I guess this is the point, though, and this is the point that we underestimate. It's just how good you have to be to play at this level.
Look at Peter Wright.
Yeah.
Dead last 2 years, and he's elite.
Yeah.
Once you are looking up, it mounts and it builds. People have, like me, have gone, oh, I'm not sure he's ready for the Premier League, because you want to go, oh, I'll show you.
Look, you've got to take the chance.
Absolutely, but it's Listen, I've seen the effects it's had on players, Andy Hamilton being one of them.
Littler's on
Wes
281.
Newton, another one.
Yeah.
Michael Smith. It took him a good year to recover.
It did. Well, Littler's on 281. Bunting has left the big fish, and he's going to have to go for it because Littler's just hit another maximum. So the 170 here for Bunting.
281 soon becomes 101. 170 is not on. Single 20 low. Moves left, finds the target. Doesn't get the ball, so will come back to 65 unless Littler can take care of 101 when he's hit a single 5. Treble 20 leaves double 18. Job done. 12 darter. Thank you very much.
It's relentless. It is relentless. You might as well get one of the audience to throw the first one. It's all right, I'll take whatever's left. It's ridiculous.
Well, when he had that average of 122, I actually worked it out. I'd have my hands full if he only used 2 darts.
4-0, 4 out of 10 on the outer ring, none from 4 for Bunting. Here we go again, it's another maximum. I think he started the night on 92, he's hit 5 already.
Yeah, it's 97, he's going to breach the 100 180s in week 8. That's over 10 a night.
Yeah.
That's
over
ridiculous.
12 a night.
Yeah. Quick maths.
No 9, but he's on 221. Bunting on 265, looking at 19s because he needs 5 of them just to leave a finish.
And Luke chose to opt out from playing in the European Tour, didn't he, at the weekend? Well, every time he does these things and he returns to competitive play, it proof's in the pudding, it's working.
It will be worth, and he's opted out, I think, of Austria European Tour 5. It'd be worth actually analysing his numbers after the week off. There's a good point in there, and that might be something worth following a little bit further down the line. 96 for Littler, 124 remaining for Bunting.
You know as well, we do the European Tours, it's the travelling. Treble 20's found, double 18. Is that an 11?
If I was Stephen Bunting, I'd be writing a very strongly worded letter to all those people that were booing Luke Littler before the start. So thanks a lot. See what you did there?
Why did you annoy him? Well, he's averaging 113. I mean, his darts used in his winning legs. The 17 darter in leg 1, he was on a 9. And then he's gone 10, 14, 12, 11.
It is worth bearing in mind he's having 113 and he missed 5 darts at a double in the opening leg.
Yep. This could be another one close to 120.
Yeah, well, no doubting Bunting has had a short night's work as it stands. Gerwyn Price, Rob Cross-Tucken, Luke Humphries, Chris Dobey and Michael Van Gerwen against Nathan Aspinall.
Well, it could be just 6 darts away. Littler 267, Bunty 261. He's 5-0 up, 2 single 20s. Missed the treble to leave the 170. So Bunty 261 needs, for me, a minimum 2 treble visit.
Yeah.
Notice, Mark, that how low the darts are, the shoulders. There's tension in that throw. It's been like that throughout. I mean,
well, we heard James Wade on the talkSPORT breakfast show this morning with the guys saying, didn't he? He said about he's just got to relax and just let him go. Just throw your darts. Yeah. And you might find in a couple of weeks he starts to do that, but it'll be too little too late for Bunting's Premier League hopes as it stands.
Well, at the moment he'd be embarrassed.
But he's averaging 101.
I know, but it don't matter. It's the results.
Well, this is it. This is for the result. 110 for the match. Single 19. Needs a treble. Hits treble 17 to lead tops and hits 110. And Stephen Bunting is blown away in Newcastle. An absolute demolition job from Luke Littler. Bunting can't get off the stage quick enough for Luke Littler. Night started with him collecting £30,000 worth of gold darts. He opens up with an absolute masterclass. Blitzes Stephen Bunting in the opening game. An average well over 110. We'll tidy up the numbers in a moment. But Chris Mason, it's Luke Littler's world and we're just merely existing in it at the same time as him. 109.98.
Yeah, and I think you summed it up perfectly. It was a masterclass. The only blot on the copybook was leg 1, really, where I mean, and even in that one, he was down on a 9, didn't get the 9, missed a few darts at a double, eventually mops up. You know, and he's limited Bunty to just bits, crumbs.
4. He had 3 darts in the opening leg, and he had a dart in leg 3. I don't think he got another dart at a finish.
He didn't. No, he was none from 4. That was it. 3 in one leg, 1 in another. And again, Littler 50% on his doubles, 6 from 12. He's averaged nearly 110, has missed 6 darts at a double. It's just mind-blowing to watch. And sometimes we can take it a little bit for granted, and we shouldn't really, but it is very much a spectacle.
It is indeed. So Littler is through. He'll take on the winner of Gerwyn Price on Rob Cross. That'll be with Mason, Laura Turner up next. Luke Humphries, Chris Dobey still to come. Michael Van Gerwen against Nathan Aspinall. But Luke Littler, well, he gave himself the weekend off last weekend, and boy did he make Bunting pay tonight. First game of the night at Newcastle is in the books, and the Premier League, it's another semi-final appearance at least for Luke Littler. The world champion has beaten Bunting by 6 legs to 0. When it comes to darts Premier League, the last thing you want is an online mishap throwing you off your game. That's where NordVPN Threat Protection Pro steps up to the hockey. Think of it as your personal referee, keeping dodgy websites, malware and phishing scams from sneaking into your setup. It even blocks those pesky ads, so you don't need to get distracted mid-leg. Go to nordvpn.com/dartsvpn and get 2 years plus 4 months free and a birthday deal as well. It's risk-free with Nord's 30-day money-back guarantee. Coming up next on the talkSPORT Dart YouTube channel, it's Gerwyn Price against Rob Cross after Bunting. Well, he's been out by Luke Littler by 6 legs to 0.